And welcome into Cullman in the Morning. I'm Debbie Wood, and we have with us today Carol Berry. She's here today. You're going to enjoy this segment. We're going to learn all about what Carol has been doing for the last, well, it's been a while. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
We want to share with everyone today about your program that you love so dearly, and that's Restoring Women. And how did that come about? I know it's been going for a long time.
It has. We actually we opened our doors in 2011.
Oh, my.
But I actually started working on it in 2009, and that is a home for women with drug and alcohol addiction. And we work very hard with those women to get them back to what our motto and our theme is, getting you back to what God created you to be. Mm-hmm. So, and that's what we try to do there.
And it's such a wonderful program. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you have grown from one home to how many now?
We
Two?
have 6
Three?
homes.
You have six? I was thinking
homes,
3.
yes.
Oh my goodness.
There's probably 36, 37 ladies there today. The success rate was at 78%. So great. And we have 2 or 3 people on staff that actually are graduates of the program. So it's wonderful. It's grown. But I had to resign from that when I ran for public office.
Okay.
And then after the election, I decided they were doing great without me, so I pulled back and started the Community with Carol to help other nonprofits.
Absolutely, and that's what we're going to talk about today too. I think you're really going to learn a lot and enjoy this. You know, recently I think you had an opportunity to meet with Becky, the new executive director for United Way. Share with us a little bit about that.
Oh, I love Becky. She's super sweet, and I interviewed her for Community with Carol, and then after talking through that interview, I realized that the reason that Becky is in our community was because of Smith Lake.
Right.
And I'm also a writer for the Smith Lake Life and magazine, and I wanted to do an interview with Becky, which we'll do that next magazine. So
yes.
The lake actually brought her to Cullman, and thank goodness, because what a gem we got in her.
See, and I understand that her and her husband had retired to the lake, and then she had all these abilities and skills and the heart to do it. And you've really got to have that heart, don't you, to be able to do with all those different issues each and every day. From that, let's talk a little bit about, now, of course, the magazine. I think you're doing something about a nonprofit that is not in our community. Tell us about that.
Well, with Lakeside, I have been doing the Community with Carol.
Right.
But we're trying to focus on people on the lake that are making a difference in our community.
Right.
The beauty with Lakeside is that we reach 3 counties, Winston, Walker, and Cullman County.
Sure.
And they're all so close, you know, it's just one big community on the lake, right?
Right.
So I've had the privilege of interviewing In His Wakes, and that is a national nonprofit that is started by the Overton family. If you get the Overton magazine, it's that family. So it's a really big organization.
Right.
And they do that from Smith Lake every year, and I think that's so awesome. And that's on the Cullman County side.
It is, isn't it?
And those men were retired from Alabama Power.
Right.
And then, like I said, I did Becky, which she's on the Cullman County side also. And then our next interview will be with a very interesting lady that retired here from Mississippi.
Okay.
And she worked in jail ministry, so I'll have a heart with her. You know, I have a connection there with this lady.
Right.
And she brought the Mercy Project. And I know that's been all over Facebook and social media about bringing, Walker County has brought that project in, and they are doing where you can turn yourself in and your drugs in, and they will help you instead of charging you with a crime.
Amazing.
I think it's going to be good. I've tried not to weigh in on it too much because I want to see how it works. But again, I think that Smith Lake bringing that to Walker County, Smith Lake brings a lot of good people to our community.
It really does, doesn't it?
Does.
I mean, you stop and think about it. I would think that most of the people that retire there are there just to not do anything, just to chill and relax. But obviously, that's not the case. I mean, they're bringing so much with them to the community. So we're anxious to hear more about both of those programs. And let's go back just a little bit. The Wakes program by the Overton family. What exactly is their purpose? Do you know?
Their purpose is to get children out on the lake that normally would not be there.
Able to.
You know, just they were looking for people to do that when I interviewed them.
Right.
We gave them several names, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe Flourish, which is a local
Yes.
nonprofit here in Cullman that we interviewed on Community with
Right.
Carol. I think those two have connected, and that will be the people that will get to
Good.
go out. They take them for a day of skiing and fun on the water and feed them, but they also talk about Jesus. It's a beautiful program,
Wonderful,
really beautiful
wonderful.
program.
So glad to have that in our community too, on the lake. And Carol, always good to see you. And what can we expect? Anything coming up fun that we can expect and soon?
Well, I'm doing a show here on this
Okay.
channel with Sisters and
Awesome.
Saints, so I'm excited
Tell
about
us a
doing
little bit
that.
about that. What's that gonna be?
That is just a lady out of Decatur that she and I just met talking about Jesus, loving the Lord, and we
Right.
would meet for lunch. And so we really took our lunch dates and turned them into a show.
Wonderful,
So
fun.
it's a lot of fun.
So, and we can expect that soon, I think. Is that correct? Okay. So don't forget, right here, and be able to pick it up and find out what Carol's doing. And we just wish you the best, and we wish the best for restoring women in our community. I did not realize that it had grown to 6. That's unbelievable.
It is. It's very
So,
good.
Carol,
Thank you for letting me
thank
come today.
you.
I've enjoyed it.
Thank you, Carol. Always good to see you.
Thanks.
And of course, we'll be back with more of Cullman in the Morning right after this.